What's going on, everybody? I'm Squid Grow Joe here with DeFi Sean and Mr. Pixel. And we have another Infinaeon Friday. We have Infinaeon Fridays every Friday, guys, at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Infinaeon Friday. And we're perfectly on time, as far as I can see it. Listen, I really appreciate everybody being here today. Thank you so much, guys. If you're new to the channel or you're on Twitter or Twitch, make sure to go ahead and hit that follow button. Super easy. On YouTube, hit the subscribe. Click the notification bell, put that bad boy on all. Follow us on Twitter if you're not following us already. Make sure to join up. Really appreciate another amazing Infinaeon Friday, guys. We got a lot to talk about today, and we're glad you guys can stick around for it.
Hell yeah. What's up, everyone? Glad to be back again for another Infinaeon Friday. This is awesome. I love showing up for these, and I get to kind of scoop before everyone else. So I am pumped to hear today's show, even though we're going to have some live reactions from Joe today. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, what's going on, everyone? So yeah, Joe's been out of town. He's been busy. So some of the couple things we're about to announce, he doesn't even really know yet. First things first, though, let's go ahead. Let me get my screen sharing. Make sure, if you're not on the LunarPump social site, make sure you hop on over and get there. We're up to about 263 active users, if I'm not mistaken. So it is growing steadily, slowly, but surely it is growing. Now, coming on over, the first thing that we are going to talk about is a LunarPump. Now, again, ICO, as everyone knows, is coming, but we released some already good news on the Twitter Spaces. If you weren't there, you'll hear it here for the first time, but we have the next big announcement that's going to be hitting LunarPump, which we will go ahead and show you the video right now. So for those that haven't heard the news, LunarPumpFun is coming to Solana, and it is probably going to be a lot sooner than you might think. Now, with Mark having so much on his plate, basically everything we're building is kind of on his plate. He's busy with the ICO, amongst other things that's going on the EVM side. We actually brought in someone else after a long search to help out on the Solana side. So it's actually getting built separately from the ICO and everything currently going on. So that is going to be expected here very shortly. We do have some new features that haven't really been talked about yet, or haven't been done yet, I should say. Now, I kind of mentioned them on the Twitter Spaces. I know Matt preferred that we didn't go into too many details. Of course, we don't want anyone taking the idea, because it is a really cool function, and we're super excited to see it in action. And just with Solana, we just figured we couldn't avoid it anymore. Solana has so many transactions per day. And while we are building up our EVM side, and we do think that a lot of stuff is going to come back to Ethereum, and of course, Ethereum is going absolutely wild right now, we do want to go ahead and hop on over to Solana. It is going to create a lot more revenue for that ecosystem. But Joe, yeah, I believe you're live reacting to it. We are going over to Solana here. Probably, I'm going to give a time frame, but keep in mind, no hard dates. It'll be about 2 to 4 weeks, and we will be going live on Solana with LunarPump.
Yeah, no, I think that's really awesome. I remember when we first talked about LunarPump, the question of getting Solana in with us came up, and it was like, can we even do that? And I think at the time it was just really hard. There was a lot of like roadblocks on the way, and going to Solana is huge. I mean, Solana obviously they're used to having the pump.fun. So if we could show our version to Solana, one, I think obviously the ease of use is huge. But two, the fact that we're going to be rolling more and more out, I think that's going to be something that a lot of people can get behind. I mean, I like it. I always wish we had all the EVMs Solana as well as Solana, but getting Solana out the gate, I think it's gonna be really big because, like I said, there's already a bunch of people already on Pump.Fun, so we could grab those people. I mean, that's massive, absolutely massive. Before, when you talk about, if we could do 1% or 5%, this puts us on now. It puts us on like a real playing field, and now it's like, okay, now seriously, we're on Solana. Now if we can do 1% of those Solana people over with us, that's something that would, it's gonna be huge.
Yeah, man, and bringing that ICO feature as well to Solana, and once we start ramping that up, offering that, because we were actually in a spaces the last day with Matt, and Matt went up, gave the spiel, did a great job too. Shout out Matt, great job, brother, on that. But the very next project that came up, that exact issue, like they were trying to do this, and then someone came up asking them questions about, like, grilling them about the tokenomics. How are you going to protect us? How are you going to do this? And then Matt was like, hey, this is exactly what we're bringing, your ability to be able to do this and protect your launch from snipers, this and that, distributed evenly, all the good stuff. So, there is absolutely a market out there for it. Like, because, this guy hadn't even done the spaces in a long time. And like I said, literally the very next project was having that issue. So, I feel like it's going to be awesome. I'm absolutely pumped. Getting onto Solana, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's going to be amazing. Can't wait for it.
Yep. And we are going to be expecting the ICO option on day one of Solana. It is expected. We're also going to be expecting, I'm 99% sure that we'll have the multiple bonding curve options on Solana day one for maybe really tiny projects. I want to get bonded fast. Then you're going to have your middle projects, and then you're going to have, of course, your higher market caps for projects. I want, get a little bit more LP. And then, of course, or not, of course, we haven't really talked about it in detail, but we are going to probably have what's called our cha-ching function, which that's going to be really cool. It's going to be really exciting. We'll start giving more details within the next week or two. Kind of already spilled the beans a little bit on spaces, but I'll have an exact breakdown of exactly how we're going to work it. But of course, it fits within our ecosystem of all the revenue generated being brought back into the whole entire ecosystem. So with that out of the way, yesterday I got on Telegram, made a little teaser about something that's coming that's going to be really cool and exciting. So we're going to go ahead and make that announcement now, and then we'll kind of go ahead and talk to you about why we're doing it and different things like that. But let's get that announcement going. So we are headed over to Bitmart. I know a lot of people were asking about it. It was actually a hot topic in chat. Now, that's not why we did it. Again, we were waiting for that right opportunity. Market exploding is a good part of why we're deciding to do it now. There's other multitude of reasons why we're getting this listing that we should be able to talk about probably within the next week or two. But again, the community wants it. We were always going to deliver centralized exchange listings, and we do plan on delivering a lot more. Market's definitely heating up. So hopefully everyone's super excited to see that first centralized exchange listing, and we're going to continue to add more and more over the course of time with tons of other stuff coming. We are in discussions with a really heavy hitting marketing firm that we should hopefully have everything finalized like Tuesday. That'll really help us kind of branch outside of even me and Joe's network and bring in different KOLs that maybe haven't heard of us. So again, we're setting that stage for Infinaeon to really rev up and to really catapult forward, especially with LunarPump going on Sol, because it's not just a native token. Of course, people are going to be interested in that because that's what they're holding. But with all this extra exposure, LunarPumpFun will definitely get its day. And then going over to Solana with all those 50 plus 60 million, whatever it is, transactions per day. Again, just gaining 1 or 0.5% of those transactions over to our platform equals tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. via, buybacks and liquidity and different things like that can be added to that native token and then the whole ecosystem. And then here's also the tweet from Bitmart. They actually a couple minutes ago just released their upcoming listing tweet.
Bullish AF, gentlemen. Bullish AF. Hey Joe, what about the market, bro? I know you've been monitoring. Give us your insights on the market right now, and Sean too. Like, and why it's a good time. I think, like, let people know why you believe it'd be a good time. Obviously, we can all see, it's pumping out there, but it's pumped before and goes up and down sometimes. But what are your thoughts on it, boys?
I really like the market right now. Dev Matt, I gotta give him credit for it. Months ago, I'm like, hey man, months ago I thought we're not gonna have the green market, and Dev Matt said he's the one that called it perfectly. He said the summertime is when we'll have it, and it's looking like it. It's looking, everything's like falling into place perfectly, and it's really looking like the summertime is going to be the time of crypto. A lot of great news coming out, and it has to do with obviously the outside news, the news of political news about what's going to happen with this and that. But I mean, everything's looking like it's coming down. It's coalescing into a pump as far as the market goes.
Yeah, that big trade agreement with the UK, right?
Huge deal. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing. Like, we're seeing a lot of that happen. We're seeing a month ago, even you saw a lot of uncertainty, and now we're starting to see more direction towards pushing everything upwards. As well as far as Bitmart, I always liked. So the crazy thing about Bitmart, it was the first exchange I really like went head over heels into, because that's when SafeMoon. I mean, I remember the day they made the announcement of Bitmart. I was like, I gotta learn everything about Bitmart. So I created an account forever ago. I joined up, and looked into it about SafeMoon. At one point, I moved all my SafeMoon into Bitmart. I moved almost my whole portfolio basically was in Bitmart. And it's just really cool to see Infinaeon on here. It's really cool to see, once again, like we always say, the evolution, but you see it in real time with Infinaeon going on to Bitmart.
Yep, 100%. And huge shout out to the community for joining us on our lives almost every single day. The community is actually getting stronger within our downtime. And of course, we appreciate everyone trusting us and giving us time to do everything appropriately. If this was a meme token, you would want as many centralized exchanges right out of the gate. You would just throw all your money at the wall and hopefully something sticks. This is a little bit different. We're trying to build a top-notch blockchain, a top-notch token launcher platform on top of the native token. So huge shout out to everyone for being patient and allowing us to do everything at the appropriate times, because it's kind of what we're doing. Everything that everyone wants is going to be coming in one way, shape, or form, whether it be centralized exchange, certain marketing, the utilities for the token launcher and the blockchain. Everything is coming over the course of time. Again, we can't just bankrupt ourselves or go broke trying to do it. Have to keep that healthy treasury while we're moving forward. And yeah, definitely things are panning out great. Market looks good. I'm very optimistic that we're going to continue this as hopefully more and more deals flow in with different countries and different things like that. Like you said, the UK deal is good. So yeah, I'm hoping that this kind of momentum carries forward into next week, and we'll have a lot more stuff going on hopefully by mid to late next week, other than just our AMAs. Obviously, the Bitmart listing is planned, as you can see in the tweet. It's planned. If they didn't say it, it is planned for Monday. A couple of things have to happen, but early to mid next week for sure. And then get that going, get some more marketing partners, and hopefully really start pushing this thing forward. Because honestly, non-financial advice, of course, but we're at a steal right now. We are a layer 2 blockchain with products already released with one heck of an army behind it. And we are so undervalued, in my opinion.
Absolutely. And this is the opportunity, Sean, for a shameless plug for crypto over Red Bull, if you want to take it. Sean gives insights into the market. I said this is your opportunity for a shameless plug of crypto over Red Bull.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll definitely be giving my opinion on everything on crypto over Red Bull Monday morning, 100%. I'll be getting that taken care of.
And as regards the Bitmart thing, obviously, that debate that was going on in the chat, there was a healthy amount of people against, a healthy amount of people for. So what do you say now that it's happened? Like, what do you say to the naysayers, or how would you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a ton of different reasons why you need centralized exchanges. I'm the first one to say it. I've said it multiple times in the chat. centralized exchanges are by no means guaranteed 100x's and 10x's. It's kind of not like it was a couple of years ago when you would get a Bitmart or MEXC listen and you would just absolutely explode. It's not really that way anymore, but certain people, bigger KOLs, different things like that, they do want to see those centralized exchange listings. And certain things that I can't quite talk about yet, there's reasons on why we got the centralized exchange. It wasn't just because of the market turnaround or anything like that. There were a multitude of reasons why we needed to nail down at least one centralized exchange that would actually propel us forward to get more centralized exchange, some bigger KOLs, but not just any KOLs that actually work, which is the biggest thing. Because I mean, it's when I'm telling you it's in the 90% of KOLs that do nothing when they promote something. That I'm not kidding about that. They do nothing. So it's a matter of knowing who to go to, budgeting, all that fun stuff. And again, we're working towards it. We have everything figured out. We know a lot of the directions we're headed. And I can't say enough how awesome it is that the community not only lets us do our thing, but they actually keep getting bigger and bigger. More PFPs, more people showing up to the Twitter spaces. We're at 114 people watching this. 3 weeks ago, we were at just 32 people on these live streams. We're almost at 100. Last week, we were about 100 above our normal pace. So love seeing everyone turn out. And again, we're just going to keep rocking and rolling and keep moving this thing forward.
Yeah, and let me just add one thing. I just want to say, we didn't go to Bitmart because we wanted to do it for fun. We didn't just join this this exchange because we wanted to let's give you guys some news. Everything that's being done is done for a step to something else. And this Bitmart exchange listing is that's what it is. It's not we're not banking on Bitmart to really 10x the price like Sean said. We're doing this as a step for something else. And I always find especially recently within the Infinaeon chat, people go, some might not want Bitmart, some might want Bitmart. For those that don't want Bitmart, all we gotta say is we're not joining Bitmart for the sake of Bitmart. We're joining Bitmart for the next step of what we're looking to do. So I think that's really important here for those people to understand that. For those that are pro Bitmart, that's great and all, and we're glad you're excited about it. Trust me, that's awesome. But there's more reasons for us to join Bitmart other than just saying, hey, we joined Bitmart. So I think it's insanely important to note here for those that will be a little bit skeptical about us joining and signing up with Bitmart to have the listing done.
Yeah, and it's good to have it too, have that option for people to be able to buy at least on one, platform to be able to buy that way, on an actual exchange like that. So it's good to have one under the belt, and I'm sure knowing you guys and everybody doing the deals back there, you're not going to do anything that's going to jeopardize this project. Not after putting this much work and effort into it. Like it's a no-go. And I'm sure people can understand that, and I hope they do trust it. So yeah, I think it's great. I think it's great news. Before long, people will just be begging to have this coin on their exchange. So then but starting small, getting that option in, I think it's important right now as well, especially. And like you said, timing is everything too. So like if you can time that market right, and we could see a big, we could get something good out of that, and at least, like I said, being on an exchange like that is a good thing, at least anyway,
Yep, and it was just a necessary stepping stool to get to kind of where we need to go. And again, are we the smartest people in the space? No. Do we know everything? We don't. But we've been helping people, especially via crypto on calls and launch projects, for long enough that we do have a very good understanding from the experience of what works and what doesn't work, when to pull the trigger on what, kind of just seeing everyone else make mistakes, especially, I guess you can say, helping them out. So other people that we're helping, they, seeing their mistakes kind of definitely helps us learn and move on to the next client with more knowledge. And then in this case, our actual thing. And yes, the Bitmart did cost money. I'm not sure via the contract if I'm allowed to say that amount. I can check with them. If I am allowed to disclose it, I'll gladly do it. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. But again, this Bitmart listing wasn't just, hey, we need a centralized exchange. We've been preaching that for weeks now. We could have did it day one. This was for a bigger and better thing that I can't quite talk about yet. But yeah, it's just going to be the next stepping stool, like I said. And by next Infinaeon Friday, we should have some more information that we can share about why we decided to do Bitmart and why we decided to do it now and not on launch day or not a month from now or things like that.
Tezzy, congrats on buying more, bro. Good job. Glad I bought more today. Very nice.
But yeah, guys, go ahead, get your questions ready. Fortunately, we don't have the devs here. That's always on Moon Monday. We have the devs available. But yeah, any questions that you do have, we can go ahead and get answered. And yeah, like I said, very, very exciting times ahead for Infinion, especially with the market shift and just everything we have planned. I think a lot of people are going to start seeing the name Infinion here very shortly.
Hell yeah. And we were working on some Adam behind the scenes there, shout out, is working on some awesome marketing tools and building out some stuff on that end from our end. Obviously we got, loads more content always coming out from that department as well. Whatever comes at us, it comes so quick. It's hard. I pulled another all-nighter last night for those 2 videos trying to fucking catch up.
Oh, very cool. Mr. P's always hustling to get those videos out, which just makes things, it's a lot more exciting seeing those videos than just saying, hey, we're on Bitmart. So it's a lot more exciting. And also, while we're speaking of that, I unfortunately can't make it to Vegas, but I believe Mr. P is going to be there. Also, our guy Merck, who goes everywhere, just came back from Dubai. He's going to be there. We are going to be pushing a lot of not only Infinion but Lunar Pump. I think we're going to be doing a little advertising for one of Merck's guys. He's going to have like a full DJ thing going for everyone invited, and we're going to be one of like the promos and stuff like that are going to be on that stage for everyone to see and talk about and all that stuff. So yeah, we got some pretty cool stuff that's going to be going on and in Vegas. And again, just doing everything to really spread the word about Lunar Pump and Infinion.
Yeah, man, I am pumped for that. Really am. Joe, what's your story? You going to be able to go, or after Joe's last trip, he's probably like, I'm never going anywhere again.
I hate airplanes so much. The whole experience. I was talking to a buddy about this. It's 2025. Why are we not advanced that we could just like teleport? Like, why do we gotta hide, like, go in big hunks of metal in the sky with compressed air, and then some people wearing masks in there? Like, it's the whole idea of a plane to me is silly. I'm probably not gonna go. I mean, I've been running around doing a bunch of other stuff. I'm not sure if I'll be able to go.
Because you got the XRP, then you got the XRP then right after it. So there's like 2 days, then right after the Bitcoin, there's the XRP one.
Oh, yeah, no, there's a lot of things going on, and I think like crypto's gonna get a lot more interesting for a lot of people. I always say the normies, the everyday average Joes, the people that aren't into it right now. The minute they hear something happens huge with crypto, then they start asking around, then they want to get involved. And I always like to be there to make videos or be there to talk to people. I mean, I talk to people constantly about, crypto, like constantly. I'll wear a crypto shirt or I'll hear someone mention something about crypto and I'm bringing up a conversation. It happens a lot because everybody, just normal people, are sick and tired of, from what my experience, sick and tired from regular banks, sick and tired of getting screwed over by taxes, tax this, tax that, and they just want to put their money somewhere where they can hopefully have a chance of making money and not have to deal with a lot of crap for it. And crypto's been a learn for many people for a long time. So I think, and as we enter, once again, the green market, I still think we're going to enter. Some people think we're done with it. Some people think we're in a weird flux. I think we're right on time to enter the green market. But as I do think we enter the green market, that's speculation, of course. I think what we're going to see is a lot of people, just everyone, everywhere, talk about crypto, talk about DeFi, and there's going to be a hot crypto. There's going to be the what's this, or how do I do this, or I want to launch a token, I want to launch a token, and it's going to be a lot of opportunity for a lot of people to get involved in DeFi. And for those that, like us, that we've been building so much for so long here, it's going to be really fun to go, hey, you want to create your own token? Cool, you can do it over here real quickly, 2 seconds. Hey, you want to launch a token, or you want to spread the news about your token? Hey, there's other cool ways to do it, and we can show you, we can help you out there. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, and like I said previously, groundwork has been laid. Our wallet's about to hit Android. Our Lunar Pump ICO and EVM is about to hit. The Solana side's about to hit. We're starting off on our centralized exchange listing. We're bringing in bigger marketing partners. Everything, again, is lining up. Market's looking primed and ready. So everything is just lining up to really just, again, keep moving forward and keep bringing everyone in. Because when you come research us, it's a no-brainer to get involved with Infinion. We've delivered basically on everything that you hardly see any projects deliver on, from the blockchain to the DEX to Lunar Pump to the wallet, and we're just continuing to deliver, adding on to LunarPump. And yeah, we're really excited just to keep pushing this thing forward. Also, Joe, I know is very excited about video options. We are planning on video. Probably maybe Twitch would be the person to lead it. They seem to be a little bit more relaxed than YouTube, but we do want to get the video options on LunarPump. We have our cha-ching option, which I think people, when it's fully unveiled, are really going to love that option. And we just
gotta
need,
get
like,
sound
again,
effect in here.
yeah, 0.5 or 1% of Pump Fund's market share would be wild. Like, people that don't realize how much money Pump Fund makes, just 1% of that would be life-changing for the project.
And I always tell Sean, and I always sound like a broken record to him, like, whenever you go live stream, I get really excited because it's probably my favorite part of LunarPumpFun. That's not out yet, but it's gonna be out soon. That is gonna separate us from every single body, period. Think about crypto, think about DeFi. Any video thing you see, it's always on YouTube. But what about having someone, and it was on Pump.Fun. It made, in my opinion, Pump.Fun having live streams, because you hear about a guy in a toilet and you click the link to Pump.Fun and there is a video of the guy in the toilet because it's live. You see pretty girls, I mean, let's be real, pretty girls, it sells. And you see pretty girls knowing they can make some money when they get a token bonded, they're going to run to us. They're going to beg us to launch their token on LunarPump.Fun. Pump.Fun was made by live streaming. They took it away because they were scared, because they didn't know how to do it correctly. We are going to have it set up where you can go on Twitch. I believe it's going to be Twitch to do it. So Twitch will moderate it. We don't have to pay Twitch, by the way. And you're going to be able to have a live version of yourself talking about a token that you launch within like this. And that's going to create news, because the crazy things that happen on Twitch is now going to happen with LunarPump.Fun. We are going to create the ecosystem that was fumbled by Pump.Fun. In my opinion, once again, if Pump.Fun kept live streaming, I would turn to Sean and go, man, it's going to be rough. We could try doing it, but they're doing it and it's going to be rough. They got rid of it. They got rid of the golden goose. So I'm really excited about live streaming, because it puts a face to a crypto and puts a crypto in front of your eyes. And when people see that, once again, it just makes people go in there and it makes everyone excited. It's motion creating emotion. And I find that seeing that, it's going to be, dude, I'm telling you, I'm so excited about live streaming. The minute Sean mentioned LunarPump.Fun, when we talked about it the first time, I said we gotta put live streaming on this, because that, in my opinion, is the huge thing. It's absolutely massive.
Yeah, and in the wise words of Squid Grojo himself, we just need the next comb rocket. But yeah, I mean, yeah, totally. It's awesome. I just can't wait for the whole thing to really drop here. Baby Zog in the crowd wondering when the ICO. Oh, that's more.
It's getting close. Again, Mark had some stuff going on. Again, I don't want to give out his business, but we're right there. It should be very close. Fingers crossed next week. And yeah, we'll be going with that. I know Baby Zog is going to be the first probably ICO token promoted on it.
And we're also getting questions about the bit. And I know Duggan's just taking the piss out there. He just has to say it every time.
Yeah, so the bits are sorry, responding to a message I have to respond to. But bits are coming after the ICO. Like I said, we actually have the other developers on the Solana side, so we'll kind of keep that momentum going forward, and we're going to get Mark to do the bits next. So we're going to stop in our tracks as far as the LunarPump development and everything, and get those bits out. So they're going to be coming soon, 100%.
This is a message
and they're going to be
people of Earth, for those of you still able to comprehend it. Your efforts have not been in vain. Stay strong, stay alive. We are coming.
All right, we'll actually address it this week. So last week we were playing the test transmission on our, what was it, Moon Monday we did on Mr. Pixels? We were doing it throughout the video.
Yeah. I think that might still kind of be under wraps at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. So.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna give out any details.
Okay, all right. Okay,
yeah, that's going to be it's a teaser for something coming to LunarPump, and we were just kind of having fun with it last Monday. I know people were asking about it in the chat because we just kept randomly playing it.
Like we didn't even know it was happening.
Yeah, just something fun we're doing. So it is going to be something that's associated with Lunar Pump coming here. Again, it's not our project, so I don't want to give out too many details. But yeah, just something fun. Of course, some really good marketing and stuff like that going on.
Looks pretty cool, man. I'm down.
I'm very cool. So yeah, stay tuned for those details. We'll direct you where you need to go once everything becomes public. And shout out to everyone, 140 viewers, guys. So we haven't. I think the last time we were that high, Joe, I think was like the first, second, or third week of OPHX. So like 15 months ago was the last time we had that many viewers. Turning, I'm actually up to 143. And for anyone that's new, we have literally almost a year and a half worth of Infinaeon Fridays. You can go back, check up on everything going on. Join our Telegram, my YouTube channel, Joe's YouTube channel, going over everything Infinaeon, from the blockchain to the DEX to Lunar Pump to the wallet, and just all these stuff that's coming. We have the Bitmart listing coming Monday, and Infinaeon just rocking and rolling. And it's only a matter of time before it's just a household name in this whole crypto space.
Yeah, and I mean, the numbers are obviously going crazy, going huge, but it's and I always say this, but it's so true. As we enter the green market, the numbers get insane. I remember doing a live stream. I think my biggest one was like 8,000 people, and I thought I was gonna do it for like 100, but it was everyone was excited. There was news in the air, and everyone always wants to be there. Something new, something exciting. People want to be the first on the ground to be there with that, and I was amongst many. I thought maybe like a couple of hundred, but it was crazy. And seeing these numbers, I mean, I'll tell you right now, I always say it, but it's only gonna get bigger. Everyone on the Infinaeon Telegram, everyone on the Infinaeon Discord, trust me when I say this, and I really want to emphasize this. It's only gonna get bigger. There's gonna be a lot more voices of people coming in, asking what's up, what's going on, what can I do, how can I be part of this community? Maybe maybe I could do something over here, or hey, I'm really good at this, and people will be joining and throwing in, and it's always cool to see that, because it's the community getting bigger, and for everyone else here since the beginning, you are seeing it in real time. Even now, you'll be able to see it in real time as the community gets bigger, as more people enter in, and as more people enter in. Trust me, you're gonna get a lot of the same question. When moon, or when's this happening? When's that happening? And of course, like Sean said, we've been rolling things out constantly, and we're going to continue to roll things out constantly. And we got Mr. Pixel over here, who makes those amazing videos, absolutely amazing trailers. Trust me, when we roll it out, when we're ready to roll out, when we're getting ready, as it's being worked on, we're going to have amazing trailers. We're going to have more news and updates, and we're going to be here with you guys throughout the whole process, as we have been here throughout the whole process. So it's awesome to be
building
part
out
of
the
this.
war chest.
That's right.
Getting ready for the rollout. And the thing, people aren't going to be able to say win much, for much longer, because there's so much shit out there. They're going to run out of things to ask Win about.
Yeah, there's not many wins you can throw at us. We're gradually, slowly making it towards everything. For those that don't know, the blockchain, the DEX, everything with the Lunar Pump, which is our token launch platform, was all live prior to the native token going launch. We actually started building the blockchain before the pre-sale even started, out of our own pocket. This is, the goal of this project was to deliver, and we've done it. We're going to continue to do it. And yeah, we're all having so much fun. I kind of put some of my real life businesses on the side, and this is kind of like my sole focus right now. That's how much faith I have in this whole project. And for those that don't know me, I also have my own YouTube channel, Crypto on Cause Investing. So that's kind of how I make money in the space while we're growing Infinaeon. So yeah, if you check out my channel, you'll see tons of different token reviews, obviously tons of Infinaeon content, LunarPumpFun content. And yeah, I cannot wait to just keep moving forward, hopefully into an even greener market, and just, again, keep getting Infinaeon out there.
Yeah, man. And with the advancements in AI right now, like it's kind of given me superpowers, and that's what I advise everybody to, like, get out there, man, and learn, upskill as much as you can in AI right now. Don't be scared. There's nothing to be scared of. And anyway, even if there was, there's probably nothing you could even do about it. So it's a moot point because Pandora's box already open. So like, get out there, find the software, you know, and it's going to be so beneficial. And that's, like, I know I've said it, but you know, as far as, you know, creating content and all that stuff, on my end, I stay on top of that as much as I possibly can in every way, you know, keeping an eye on whatever new stuff comes out, the easier I can make, you know, my job to execute, and the better the content and the quality is going to be, you know, obviously that's awesome. But then Adam is on the background working on like using AI to build out specific like marketing tools that can really automate a lot of things and be able to grow us on that end as well. I know I haven't really dived into it too much with the guys just yet, because we've just started building it out in the last couple of days, but Adam is hammering at that like hardcore. It's just kind of come out really, this form of AI marketing. So yeah, we're staying on the cutting edge of that too. And again, big shout out to the community, man, crushing it out there, raiding, hitting those boosts. And again, you know, when we were rolling up in those spaces with those PFPs, Adam, if you can drop the PFP link in the chat there too for people, if they haven't got one, go get them, or we might actually call you out here in a minute. But yeah, everybody load up in those PFPs, keep it going. We're going to keep doing this. And like you guys said, like, having the channels growing now, getting those numbers, man, it's great. We're going to keep delivering, keep trying to, you know, bring entertaining content. And, you know, so happy for you guys to have me on here. I love it. It's great fun, you know, and you know, I get to kind of showcase my own art and my own work here, and it's all for the benefit of the community. So, you know, I love it.
Yep, 100%. You know, me and Mike kind of started this whole thing like over 2 years ago, and then our team has just grown since then. Shortly after that, right before Operation Phoenix, that's when Joe officially joined us. Then Matt came in, and then Mark came in, and then Mr. Pixels and his crew came in, and Merck is now coming in a few months ago, who is like a master networker. He went to Dubai. He's going to be in Vegas. Like he's like literally flying across the country and across the world in person, making us huge connections. Which some of the things that we've done lately, these last week or two, was actually via the connections that he made at Token 2049. So we're just, you know, we slowly built out a fantastic team. We all have different roles to play. Everyone plays those roles amazingly. And that's kind of how we're able to, you know, keep rocking and rolling. Like I said, I don't want to name them, but we brought in an additional development team to really kind of help us keep moving forward. I've always said we're very picky about who we bring in on the development side. We don't want exploits or anything like that, but we think we found a really good team. And yeah, like I said, we'll just continue pumping everything out and moving forward. And the team may even get bigger as we move forward. The mods are awesome, the community's awesome, and it's just you know, the recipe for success, what we have going on with Infinaeon.
Yeah, and you know, for anyone, you know, I mean, not just for one person in particular, but for everybody that's asking the question, I guess the why of Bitmart. We already answered this already, but I'll say it one more time. Listen, we have a lot of things that we're working on, and some of those things require an exchange listing. And throughout all the exchanges, because we have experience with almost every exchange, you know, a lot of them are way worse. I mean, really bad. Bitmart, you know, we dealt with it in the past, isn't as bad as the other exchange listing. Number one. Number two, I just want to say there's other things we're doing, but in order to do those other things, we have to have an exchange. So we need a stepping stone. And Bitmart is that stepping stone. I'm not trying to devalue Bitmart, by the way. Bitmart's great, but I am trying to explain to those out there going, why Bitmart? It's because we need an exchange as a stepping stone. And it can't just be, you know, the Infinaeon ourselves. It has to be another exchange that's verifiable, and Bitmart is that exchange.
Yep, and we're up to over 150 people watching now. This episode is going to be coming to an end here soon, but keep sharing it around. We'll all be back. So for those that haven't caught Moon Monday, it's very similar to Infinaeon Friday, but we kind of gear it more towards Lunar Pump and everything going on there. On top of us three being there, my guy Mike joins us. Matt, our resident tech support, he joins us. And yeah, it's just a fun time. So if you are looking for our next time we're going to be here, that will be Monday, Moon Monday at 5 p.m. EST, which would be what, like 10 p.m. UTC-ish, somewhere up in there, 11, 9, something like that.
Yeah, totally. And as well, speaking of Merck, speak of the devil, as soon as you said it, he was in the middle of writing a sentence into the Telegram. So I just dropped it in the chats here now. I know we're streaming on a lot of different chats. So I think it went through on Twitch. I think it went through from your account too, Joe. I think when I post it, from here. It posted from like 3 or 4 accounts. I don't know if they're all going in there, but there's a link in there for the tweet on screen right now. So after the show, everybody go there. Merck is demanding it that you need to write 2-3 sentences explaining what you like about Infinaeon. And it's great to do that, guys. It really is. I'm going to get in there as well as soon as this show's over. It shows a real show of force. And then when you go into that comment section, you see all those dragons around. It's just good. It shows a united front. It's bullish for anyone that comes and checks it out. So, and like the guy said, having an exchange is necessary to get certain other things. Sometimes it's just a stepping stone. And like I said already, the guys aren't going to, put the project in jeopardy for a CEX listing, And I just wanted to say too about the whole Vegas trip. We're going to be doing, shameless plug here as well, but we're going to be doing live karaoke there. And I'm looking at, we got to kind of discuss this a little more, but we're looking at, getting that set up for sure. We have all the stuff we need to do it. And, I want to also have like a t-shirt and a sign on saying, basically, are you a meme coin, Dave? Maybe in quotes, and then say, come talk to us or whatever, right? So we can try and bring people over, introduce them to Lunar Pump. And, maybe do some kind of man on the street stuff. We're going to get a lot of good content from that. And like Sean, you were saying, I wasn't actually aware, but like Mark has something else lined up for us too regarding like there's kind of a DJ and stuff thing going on. So yeah, I'm pumped, man. It's gonna be wicked.
Yep, and there's a possibility that Soul will be live by the time that event happens. It's gonna be close. So stay tuned for that. But it'd be really nice for Soul to be live when Vegas happens. And super excited.
It really would.
All the devs out there, all the people in crypto out there, and it's gonna be exciting. And again, guys, we're up to 160 viewers. We are streaming on Lunar Pump, on Crypto on Calls, on Squid Girl Joe, and Infinaeon Twitter accounts, my YouTube channel, Joe's YouTube channel, also Infinaeon's YouTube channel, and also on Twitch. And the reason why I'm saying that is go hit like on all of those platforms, on the Lunar Pump video, on the if you have a second, you have time, on all of our YouTube channels, and it just helps push this out further and further. So again, and going back to kind of everyone go and make the comments, when you have something big like Bitmart or a big platform like this, us going and make those comments is better than 95% of KOL promotions that you can pay for. So it's just a huge deal for the community. Showing a big community attracts eyes from everyone, other big players in the space, KOLs, investors. It attracts everyone when the community is engaged, which our community obviously is very engaged.
I hate bringing up those comments because it just blocks Joe out. I feel bad. I'm like, damn. Joe's like, I don't care, bro. I'm fucking doing shit down here. But yeah, go and get some sentences in there, guys. It does go a long way.
And if again you're newer to us, we also have our own social media platform. Make sure you go create your account. Maybe you have another token on Solana. It's not even related to Infinaeon or on our blockchain or on Lunar Pump. Make your account and come show your token on the LunarPumpFun social platform. But look forward to see everyone there. I know I post a lot. It'll be really cool when other people really start posting. Again, we're up to about 263, 264 active users. So if you're not doing so, go ahead and just start a conversation, talk, say what's on your mind. And let's make this a very active platform.
Yeah, I love the app on LunarPump.fun. I think a lot of people definitely should check it out more. It's really cool.
Real too quick before we forget, if you hop on over to Lunar Pump, you will see right here. You can visit the website. We are also on Apple App Store and we are on the Google Play Store, and we definitely will be integrating Web3 into these apps, being able to launch from the app, being able to buy and sell from the app. So again, this ecosystem is just getting bigger and bigger. And, the social site is a little bit underrated. Sometimes I even forget to talk about it, but it's going to be a huge piece of this ecosystem. We're going to be introducing polls. We are going to be introducing spaces. We're going to be introducing all kinds of different stuff. Basically, it'll be an X for crypto, but, not just any X for crypto. It'll actually be X for crypto. If you can tell by the look of it, The guys building it looks just like X. It operates just like X. One of the best developers I've ever come in contact is building it, and it will operate just like X, as smooth as X, if not better than X. So this is going to be a potential behemoth in the whole crypto space.
Dark mode coming soon, I'm sure.
Dark mode is definitely coming.
Yeah, and this is a way, once again, not just for everyone in Infinaeon or anyone on LunarPump, but in DeFi alone. It's Twitter, but it's its own version of Twitter. It's not exactly Twitter, obviously, but its own version. But it's built in mind for those that are involved in crypto and in DeFi, for those that want like the latest news, but they want to separate themselves from their Twitter. Maybe your Twitter is filled with other things, and you want your own social media account, kind of like Twitter, that will be just only for DeFi, only for crypto. Or maybe you're looking to launch your own token and you really wish there was a place you can go social media wise where you can reach out to everybody like that. Well, this is a way you can do it by boosting your post on here as well. So there's a lot of cool things that I think that this is going to bring. Sean is right. Not only this is a behemoth, though, this is something that people have tried and failed at in the past. And, you know, we're getting more and more people every single day onto app.lunarpump.fun. And once again, dark mode's going to be available, and it's going to be a way for those that want to talk about crypto, want to look about any other crypto that might be coming out. This is going to be the hot place to be. I guarantee you, this is going to be the social media platform made for anyone who wants to learn, get involved with, talk, or do anything with crypto. Coming out soon, everywhere that everyone will be able to get it to. I believe there's going to be an app coming out as well for it, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, the app's already out, 100%.
Oh,
yeah,
the app's out. Perfect.
The app's 100% out and ready to go. And this is, this can be the crypto Twitter. And, some people, crypto projects have tried building a social media site, and that's kind of like been the whole thing that they've centered around. Others have tried to build token launchers. It's been the whole thing they're centered around. Well, we built an entire ecosystem. So this is just, for as awesome as it is, it's just a slither of what our overall ecosystem is. So this is just a small part of what's going to make Infinaeon great. It's a revenue producer, sending the revenue back to the whole entire ecosystem. So again, it's just another piece of that ecosystem that we're just building right along.
Man, you kind of forget there's so many things rolled out. Like we were saying last week that nothing has been able to like get the kind of time and attention like that you would want to kind of give it. It's like, it's just rolling out, and then in a couple of days there's a brand new thing rolling out. There's a big update on this, and it's just been like relentless. But I mean, awesome. Like I said, that war chest is absolutely stacked. So like when you're getting out there, you got a million reasons to be very confident about what you're talking about, and absolutely the work ethic of the team and everybody else and the community. Like, there's so much going on, so much going for it. But I did want to ask Joe something. And honestly, guys, I don't care one way or another. I just had the idea, or thought about it, and it wasn't too far a stretch. But Joe, you missed it. What do you think about Pump Social?
Pump Social, like what? What do you mean?
For the name of the app.
So the name of Lunar Pump Social. So calling it Pump Social is what he's asking.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Anything that I think will lead the everyday average Joe towards thinking of it as a crypto media platform, because I want to get as many people looking at this and going, all right, this needs to be a media platform, or this is the media platform. Even though Twitter doesn't really sound like what it's actually application for, YouTube sounds like a weird version of what's application for, and it works. So any way to present that, I think it'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of a discussion about it. I think it was last week we mentioned it. So there was a bit of debate going on about it. And just wanted to get your 2 cents on it, what you thought about it.
Yeah, we'll definitely have some polls real quick going for it. It's just been such a crazy week with everything we've been having going on. That's why we haven't addressed it yet. But sorry,
like Sean, I was just going to say, like you said, Sean, there is a process to getting that like done once it's already live too. So it's like, it's not something you want to, mess up.
Yep.
Be wrong.
So changing that name isn't just like a snap of a finger. We go in there and we change it, especially on the Apple side. So when we do change it, or if we change it, or whatever direction we decide to go, we have to make sure 100% that's the direction we're going, just so we're not having to constantly submit tickets to get name changes and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, no, but I like the idea. I like the idea of Pump Social, because it applies to crypto, it applies to everyone talking and to get talking. So, and that's basically what this is. So, I like the idea of that. It's going back to like I was saying. I want people to imagine when they hear an app name to what it's about.
Yeah, and you don't want what do you call it, taking that market
And with
share.
this, I think that's basically that.
Yeah, and you don't
Yeah.
want Pump Fun coming in, taking that on either. But yeah, I'm excited for it either way. Anyway, no matter what it's called, it's an absolute beast of a platform, and it's just going to keep on. Like all the stuff that's getting built for it is awesome. I've heard about a lot of the features that are coming, and it's bullish AF, as they would say.
Yeah, guys, and we're closing in on that hour mark. Any final questions you guys have, go ahead and get those questions ready. And of course, like I said, we'll be back on Moon Monday at 5 p.m. EST to talk all things Lunar Pump and Infinaeon. Good chance by the time we get on that episode, Bitmart listing will be live. So that'll be cool. Hopefully between now and then, have a little bit more info on the ICO. And yeah, we'll get some updates on that.
There was one question there about the wallet.
As far as I know, that's a question for Matt or Mike. They've been keeping up with the wallet chat more than ours. But as far as I know, everything's been satisfied as far as the stuff coming in about little bugs that need to be fixed. So it should be going live on Android here very shortly. Again, anyone that's been in the space or dealt with development, Apple can't even come close to giving a date. It could be 2 weeks from now, or it could be 2 months from now. Apple is not easy. They're not easy to deal with when it comes to getting your app listed, especially when you're dealing with Web3. So Android, I know I've said it all week, but it is right around the corner. Apple, again, working as fast as we can to satisfy everything that they need so that we can get it live on Apple.
I'm an Apple guy. I want Apple to do it as soon as possible. I'm team Apple. But Apple
Same
makes
here.
you go through Sean's huge Apple guy. They make you go through so much, and they just want to verify everything. They don't want to have any odd ends, which is good and bad, because once again, like if you're on Apple, it's like, well, you're getting most security now. If you're on Android, I can make an app called "Give me your credit card information" or "Give me your social security card," your social security number, the app, and they'll be like, pass it through. Give the man just the social. They don't care, which is cool if you want to launch an app, but it's trash if you want to launch an app that's as safe. But obviously our app is safe. There's been a lot of testing, a lot of work being done behind the scenes to not only improve it, but get it out there day one. The second Apple gives us the green light, we want to launch it. We want this to go. So we're trying. We're just as excited as everybody else to have it easily available. It's just a matter of time at this point.
Yeah.
Yep. And one more thing I kind of wanted to address. Everything that we're doing, we almost always integrate something that's never really been seen before. The blockchain is ever appreciating. With every single transaction, a certain portion of the gas fee gets sent over to the wrap contract, making the whole ecosystem more valuable. LunarPumpFun, we're going to have the ICO option. We're going to have the cha-ching option. We're going to have a multitude of different options that haven't really been done before. The wallet is not going to be a groundbreaking product. It is going to be your typical wallet, just to kind of set expectations for people that haven't played with it yet. But the main thing that we want is easy access to our blockchain. You download the wallet and you are ready to go. You don't have to worry about importing stuff to get the Infinaeon blockchain on the wallet. So that was the main reason why we decided to push the wallet kind of to the front of everything, because we want everyone to have easier access to it. Download the wallet, you're ready to go. You don't have to pull up MetaMask and figure out how to download everything, because while some of you may know how to do it, there's a lot of people that don't know how to easily do that. So that's the biggest reason behind the wallet, just to kind of, set expectations and to get people to understand why we did the wallet so soon.
Yeah, man, I think that's such an important thing anyway, because like a lot of the time people, you got multiple wallets. I personally will just love to have just one wallet that's all my Infinaeon stuff on it, that I only go near it when I'm dealing Infinaeon, So I think it's a great addition. And I also just wanted to say a shout out, not to blow my own horn here, but thank you, Tazzy, and just a shout out to all the community as well, from me, like personally, and all the guys that are, working at him, and my wife obviously keeps my ass in this chair every day. But a shout out to the community for all the support that you guys have given me and all of us as well. And and a shout out to the guys here too. I said it last week, but the financial freedom. We're getting there, but the artistic freedom that they've allowed me to kind of go and run with here, like, has been awesome. Support from community has been great. So thanks, Tazzy, and you know, I just want to say thanks to all you guys too. It's been awesome, and it motivates me every day. You know, the more and more. That's why I don't care about. I've become a master of pulling all nighters now. I got like 4 a.m. in the morning. I got like a nice big slab of meat ready to go, because that's usually when you start. So I get like maybe a steak or something, and then I'm good to go. Right, loads of coffee. So you kind of end up mastering that. But you know, that's what drives me on, the support, and just looking at everybody getting out there as well and really pushing it with the PFPs and all that stuff. And you know, I just really feel like it's starting to snowball a lot here. And knowing, you know, some of the stuff that's going on here in the background too, there's a lot of reason to be very, very bullish about it all.
Yep. And for people that may be new, we're up to 181 listeners now. For people that may be new to us, we are not developers that say we're working in the background. You know, that's all you hear in the space. When you're hearing us say stuff like stuff's going on behind the scenes, that's because we literally can't talk about it yet, whether it be a strategic play or something via a contract that we have with someone. Like, for instance, the Bitmark had to be announced before we announced it, this listener right here. That's why I asked them to do it. That's why I came out right before Infinaeon Friday, because I wanted to announce it, but they asked that they go first. So it's just different things like that goes on, that sometimes we have to not say something, but we are fully transparent. Everyone that's been here, the OG holders that have been here since the beginning, we've been sharing everything from the test net of the blockchain to mainnet to the DEX, and we take everyone along this journey because we're the founders, but we're just a part of the community like everyone else. We just kind of spearhead it, but we're here hanging out, sharing every single step along the way as we just continue to build out this whole ecosystem. And hopefully one day, might take a couple of years, but hopefully one day we'll be mentioned with your BNBs and your base and your Ethereums and different things like that.
Man, 180 listeners, that's awesome. Fucking great. Thank you, guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in. That's amazing.
Yeah, and for guys, we're about to wrap it up. But you guys had any last questions? Go ahead and ask. But you know, it's awesome to be here to see all this stuff. And for those that are here for the beginning, or even if you just got here, you're in the beginning of something major. I mean, this is something that, you know, is, like Sean said, an ecosystem. And which way you look at it, it's a huge thing that I believe in the last green market would have set whatever apart from whatever. But what we have here is so many major things. We have LunarPump.Fun, which is an evolved version of Pump.Fun. Pump.Fun, you just launch and that's really it. But with LunarPump.Fun, we added more tools, more things you can do. You want to do it on BNB, you want to do it on Base, on Infinaeon, and soon Solana, which is absolutely massive. You know, like I said, you could go look only on LunarPump.Fun, and there's a ton of things that, you know, that's going on over there. If you want to look at the Infinaeon's a blockchain with the ever appreciating Infinaeon, a native gas token, absolutely massive. Once again, setting Infinaeon apart from everything else. If you want to look from, well, we still haven't chosen the name yet, I guess. App.lunarpump.app. If you want to look at social media site, that's also something that can be absolutely massive. I mean, crucial. For any crypto movement right now, there's no really new source of crypto. There's no launch pad where crypto can get on and get its name thrown out there to the masses as easily as a social media app. Everyone who's tried has failed. Everyone who's tried got maybe 20 people dropped immediately. So there's a lot here. There's a lot going on here, and we're at the beginning of it. And of course, we're still growing. We're still adding more. We're still asking ourselves the question, what else can we do every single day? And our community, you guys are great at going, hey, can you do this? And we'll sit back, all of us, and we'll talk about it. Go, can we do that? Do we want to do that? What's the good and bad about that? And if it's good and outweighs the bad, we'll put the work in to get it done. And we're always here live streaming, talking, answering your guys' questions every single day, because that's the kind of, you know, that's what we love doing in this space. So yeah, no, it's really, really awesome to be here with you guys. And it's really awesome to see Infinaeon grow as times have, you know, kept progressing. But I think we're gonna go ahead and anything last things you guys want to say?
No, we're good. We pretty much covered it. Been on an hour pretty much, and yeah, we pretty much hit on everything.
I was just going to say, maybe just before we go, if you want to maybe let people know what's the next thing coming up here. It's going to be Moon Monday, right? Is there another spaces then just to have an eye out? Obviously, we post everything in the Telegram. We pin it to the top. Now we've been doing a lot of raiding in there lately too, so we're going to be continuing to do that and ramping that up a little more too as we go. But it'll always be pinned in there. We'll always clear away any raids that have been pinned. So if you go in, just it's a few clicks, you'll always find it, and we'll tag as many people as possible. But I think that's it, Sean, right? What is that? It's just coming up with our spaces and stuff in the near future.
Yeah, Moon Monday. So I try not to, I'm always here, always available for questions. I try not to work too much on Saturdays and Sundays. I do have 2 little kids, so I like to hang out with them. But yeah, Monday through Friday, nonstop spaces, lives, all that good stuff. But Moon Monday will be the next time we are back live.
All right, everybody, you heard it here. Moon Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back. We'll see you guys for now. I'm Squid Joe, Mr. Pixel, and DeFi Sean. And we'll see you guys on the moon.